Hi, this is Steve with Doublereno Woodworking. So about 6 weeks or so ago, I made a video of showing how I was trying to make my decision between which CNC router machine to buy. And I was going between the LongMill CNC and the Onefinity X-50, either Woodworker or Journeyman. And I have made a decision, and so I'm going to show you what I decided to go with, why I decided on it, and then I'm also going to go over a lot of the accessories. I think I have probably 95% of everything I need to put the machine together, so I'm going to kind of show you what all I got, and then I'll probably make a second video on this once I figure it all up and just see what the true cost of one of these machines is. I mean, you got to buy the machine, but you've also got to buy all the accessories, everything to go with it to get it up and running. So I'm going to do a video with that too. It just kind of break down the true cost, because I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what's this thing really going to end up costing me in the end. So I'm going to go get the machine and I'll show it to you, show you which one I decided on. Well, here it is. So I decided on the Onefinity X-50 Woodworker. That's the machine I ended up going with. And you know, someone made a comment on the last video that it sounded like I'd pretty much already made my mind up, and I guess to a degree I had pretty much decided on this machine, but I made the video and I wanted to talk it out, and I wanted to see what kind of comments I got. And so anyway, I guess I ended up verifying what I kind of wanted to do anyway. But I say the big reason, I mean, the cost is a little bit more for this machine, but I think the big deal with it was the ball screws and the bearings and the rigidity of the machine with the long shafts, the heavy steel shafts and all that stuff. And I just want a machine that's going to be accurate and that's going to hold up. And that's kind of really what ended up swaying me. And I had several reasons. You know, I was kicking around between the Woodworker and the Journeyman, and I ended up getting a bench. The people at Craig Tools were nice enough to send me a bench, and they sent me a 44 by 44 inch bench, which I could have made work with a Journeyman, which is the longer machine, but this machine will fit perfect on that size bench. And when I show you my setup, when I start putting the machine together in the garage, I've got a cabinet layout that it really looks like it was built perfect for this machine. So I said, I'll go with the Woodworker. And then down the road, if I decide to, I can always upgrade from the Woodworker to the Journeyman. It just replaces that one long rail. And then I could end up with the other machine too down the road if I decide that I really need something bigger. So anyway, this is it. I'm just about done getting my garage set up. I've got to run I'm running 2 20 amp circuits back behind the machine, and that's really the only thing I have left to do. Once I have that done, then I'll be ready to start building everything. So I'm going to go and get some of the accessories that I purchased and show you what I got to go along with this machine. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to need obviously is a table to put this thing on. So the people, like I said before, the people at Craig Tools were nice enough to send me a Craig bench, and just basically I'm going to do an assembly video all on its own. That'll be my first sponsored video for this channel. But I got a 44 inch, it's 44 by 44, and then it's got adjustable legs. I'm probably going to set it somewhere around 35, 37 inches high. And I've got kind of a drop off in my front of my garage, which will work out good, and you'll see that in the video where I can make the front legs longer to level the table out, even coming off of that drop off. So that's the first thing. So that'll be my first video. So I'm going to go get all my dust collection stuff and show you what I ended up getting with that. Okay, here is, I believe, everything that I got for my dust collection. I've got boxes everywhere. So I started out with, for dust collection, I'm going to use a shop vac. And I did a lot of research, and this one is a VacMaster Beast is the model that they call it. And I watched tons of videos, read reviews and all that, and this is the one I ended up deciding on. It's 16 gallons, which I'm not too worried about the size of it because I am using a Cyclone on it. 6.5 horsepower, and it's very powerful. It had more suction than the other ones, moves more air. So I'm hoping this thing will work good. So, and on top of that, so I'm going to move this out of the way. So to work in conjunction with that, and I haven't even opened this up yet, this is my Oneida, or Oneida, I don't know how you say it, Super Cyclone. It's the Dust Deputy, and it's the one I ended up getting is the kit. and it comes with 2 buckets. So you got a bucket. Move some of the stuff out of the way. It's got a bucket to set the collection bucket in. So it's 2 separate buckets. I can't even get them apart right now. And then it's got the hose that goes from this over to your vacuum cleaner. And then all the clamps and adapters. I may still need to get another adapter to hook it into the machine. I'm not sure yet. I was kind of waiting on that. So anyway, so this system, if you're not familiar with these, the dust comes through here. It goes through this cyclone and all the dust and stuff falls out in the bucket. You get almost no dust, anything into your vacuum cleaner. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go take the dog's bowl away from him. He likes to play while I'm recording. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, so the dust comes in here, cyclones around, falls down into the bucket. The vacuum cleaner is basically just the driving motor that pulls the air through it. You get hardly anything into the vacuum cleaner. No personal experience with it yet, just from many, many videos I've seen, seems to really be the case. So the next thing I need above that is obviously I need hose to get to my machine. So I ended up with this Fulton hose. Again, all this stuff I just researched the crud out of it to try and make an informed decision. Some of this stuff may not work. I may end up switching some of it later. But this is I guess it's 20 feet, a 2.5 inch hose. So I researched this. Hopefully it's good hose. I am going to ground this thing. I'm going to ground it from the machine to the bucket. And the only reason, there's a lot of controversy out there. Do you ground these things or do you not? The main reason I've heard several instances on the, like on the Onefinity Facebook group, with a lot of people, they get static electricity and it shorts their boards out on their machine. So it's not going to be hard to do. So I am going to go ahead and ground it. So and you'll see when I build this together, I'll show you how I do my ground. But I am going to go ahead and ground my hose. And then I got some Fulton clips, just 2.5 inch hose clamps with thumb screws to clamp all those down to the places I need to. And like I said, I may end up needing 1 adapter. I do not have my dust boot yet. With the machine, I ordered the version 8 of the Pond CNC, and I do not have that yet. The dust boot that I got is a rear eject dust boot. The dust comes out the back instead of the front, and I wanted that because I'm going to be filming on YouTube. And I wanted to use this. This is from Peter at Rowdy Roman, and this is his little swing unit for holding your hose up, and it'll let it move around and swing around as your machine goes around. So I got that unit with the clips, the bars, and all that stuff. And I messaged Peter and talked to him about the setup for using this boom with the rear eject dust boots. And there is no real answer, or there was no real answer on a way to connect that to the back of the machine. It basically would just have to hang there. And so he designed a clip that'll mount onto the router, and then it will hold that dust boot in the back. This is the first one of these he's ever made. He sent it to me to test out, to see how it works before he puts them in production and sells them on his website. So hopefully this thing will work. It looks good. I think it's going to work just great. If it works good, he gets good feedback on it, he's going to put those into production, and then you'll be able to buy these too if you have one of the rear mount, or not the rear mount, but the rear eject dust boots. So that's pretty much it for that. I've got some other accessories that I'll go over later, but that pretty much covers my dust collection system. So I'm going to go get some of the other small things that I got, and we'll go over those real quick. Okay, so one of the big things that I forgot to mention is I did get the quick change waste board from Onefinity for the Woodworker. I really like the idea of you build the frame together, and it's should perfectly square up your machine. And I like the idea of being able to change out individual pieces of MDF on your spool board for, if you gouge one out or whatever. It's got the T-track built into it, so I figured it was a good investment, so I went ahead. I do have that now too, so let's get that out of the way. And then I'm not opening any of this stuff up like that really. We'll show it as we start assembling everything. I've got a set of these. So this is the 3M Work Tunes. It's AM FM radio and it's got Bluetooth. So if you got music or podcast or whatever while you're running those long jobs, it gives you good ear protection. I think it's 24, 25 dB ear protection, and then it's got AM FM radio and then Bluetooth. You can listen to whatever you want to on it. So I got these. A couple more accessories that I purchased from Rowdy Roman. This is a GoPro mount. It mounts on the front of the router, and then you have your GoPro where it's right on the spindle, so it would be my router cam. And then I also got this, which is a LED light ring that mounts around on the router, and to give, basically, if you've ever looked or you tried to film any of your stuff, you're going to have that shadow directly underneath your router from your lights up above. This will illuminate that, so give you good vision and stuff right at your router, even for just running parts, or for, of course, for me when I'm going to be filming, because I'll be filming almost everything that I do. I got this off of Amazon. I did not purchase this. The other accessories I got from Onefinity were the Z-axis, or the touch probe, and I can't remember the other thing I got now from them. Oh well, I'll find out. It's in the box when we get it. I got one other accessory from them. I did not get the display from them. I'm going to go another route with that, and I'll show you that in just a second. But the joystick controller, I ordered this off Amazon. It's a little bit cheaper, and from looking at the logo, it's the exact same one. So I'll have links to all this stuff too in the description off Amazon where I bought them. Most of them are off Amazon. This was the first thing I bought after I ordered the machine. Just wanted to make sure everything's got a shortage nowadays, so I wanted to make sure. So I got my Makita router, and I ordered some stuff off of Speed Tools, and I got this little combination kit, and it's got like 5 bits in it. And then I got this a 1/16 inch bit. So I ordered some of the stuff off Speed Tools. Everything I've heard, their tools are really good. Have not used them yet, but everything I've heard, for the price, they're really good tools. And you know, as time goes on, I may spend more money on bits, and I have a bunch of bits left over from when I'm doing my handwriting signs. So I'm guessing that sooner or later, you know, starting off, I'm going to break some bits. I'm going to experiment, figure some things out. I may end up breaking some bits or ruining some bits. So I went ahead and became a Speed Tool affiliate. So I've got a link down there. There's a code down there. I think it's Doublereno. And if you use that, you'll get 16% off any of your orders. So, and I ordered them, and I got them in like 3 or 4 days. The shipping was really quick on them. And then I wasn't really too fond of the spool board bit that they had. I like this Amana one. It's I think it's 1 1/4 inch, or it's 1 1/8 Amana. So it's a spool board bit for surfacing my spool board. So I've got that. And what else have I missed? So this is a wireless keyboard, and I just got this off Amazon. It didn't have to be anything fancy. So it's a wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse, and it just uses one fob, so it'll take up one USB spot on my controller. And then I'm actually going to purchase I found it a 19-inch television that I'm going to use and hook it in with HDMI. So I'll have this, and I don't know if I'll start out with it, but I'm going to build a little drawer underneath my bench to set my keyboard and mouse on, and then I can control it, and I'll have my monitor. I've got a mounting arm for the monitor ordered that should be here tomorrow, I think. And then my dust boot's supposed to be here tomorrow, and I think I had one other thing too that's supposed to be here tomorrow, but you'll see the rest of that stuff when I start building everything. Anyway, I'm really excited. It took me, I know this is a big question with the Onefinity people. The machine, if UPS had delivered it on time, I would have got it 5 weeks from the day that I ordered it. And that's on the Woodworker. I think the Journeyman's taking longer, but it got here. I was pretty happy. It got here. It's been almost 2 weeks, and I wasn't ready. So everybody says, oh, it takes so long to get it. You better get to work, because it's real easy to put stuff off to have everything ready for the machine when it gets there. So I've got a few more things to do, and I'm going to start putting my table together. And so within the next week to week and a half, I'm hoping to have the machine up and running. So anyway, again, I've got links to all this stuff. It's just what I went with. So we'll see in time whether I pick the right stuff. I may end up replacing some of it, going to something better. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. I'll have a video of the table coming out within the week, and then probably start building the machine after that. I'm going to build the machine in parts. I'm going to put the quick change waste board together first, and then of course I'll build a machine, and then I'll do another video with my dust collection system. I'll do another one setting up my monitor and all that. So I'm gonna break it down, so that way hopefully if you're trying to set one up and you're trying to figure out what to do, then hopefully you see what I did right and wrong. It'll help you do it. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share my videos. Thank you.